please tell me about that story behind the moment when you're on the court, you're trash talking back and forth with Scottie Pippen after he dunks on Patrick Ewing.
All right, now here's the situation.
Okay.
What's the ref's name? Jake O'Donnell?
Yes.
I was yelling at the ref to call a tech because that was taunting the way he stood over Patrick. So I was standing up. And I was trying to get the attention of the ref that that's a technical foul. He's like Ali is standing over listening. You can't do that. But if I remember correctly, we did get the technical foul shot. But me and Scottie
Well,
were
Spike,
cool.
let me go to Scottie. How do you believe he looked in this documentary series?
I love Scottie, but when he said if he had to do it all over again, he would do it? OMG. WTF.
Spike.
Yeah.
Spike, something that wasn't
Hold
covered in the
on.
documentary.
How can Scottie say that if he could go back in time, he will still not go in the game? How do you do that?
Yeah. That's a good point.
Yeah. Spike, one of the
I hear
things that
you.
wasn't covered in the doc, but I remember from that era, I think it was after the 4th championship, because that's when Jordan started making the $30 million a year after that on those one-year deals the last 2 seasons. Jordan was supposed to be a Knick. The Knicks were supposed to be going in after Michael so he could just join Ewing and all them and switch the dynasty from Chicago to New York. I remember being heartbroken when that didn't happen. Were you aware of it at the time? I presume you were. Did you ever talk to MJ about it or try to recruit him?
That was not going to happen. He was not coming to New York. Like a lot of other people didn't.
So, Spike.
And they're still not coming. Oh my gosh, Spike, you're wrong for that. I know Stephen A's crying right now. I can't see him on camera. No, you're wrong because you're so right. It's just sad state of affairs here. Spike, let me ask you this here quickly. What is MJ's lasting impact? What is his legacy, not just on sports? Put it into context for me, but on culture.
Michael changed the culture. And I'm not the first person saying it. People saying it in the doc, but it's the honest God's truth. He changed everything. And we're all lucky for it. You know, I didn't get to see Willie Mays in his prime, not that much because I was too young, but to see, I was there. And had relationship with them too. And the thing was a blessing with the commercials I got to do with Mike as Mars Blackman. And that was just like a lucky thing, Mars Blackman, the first sneakerhead, would wear Jordans. And Bill Davenport and Griswold, who worked at White and Kennedy, Nike's agency, they saw the film, called me up, and said, "Would you like to do these commercials with Michael Jordan?" So the rest is history. Those commercials blew up.
Spike Lee, I'm going to put you on the spot before I let you get on out of here. You know that's how I'm going to do you.
I know you.
I know that the New York Knicks, I know that the New York Knicks lost to the Houston Rockets in the NBA Finals. But in the end, when you look back on the Jordan era, is there any moment as you reflect on it, do you believe that if Jordan had not retired, that the Knicks would have ever won a championship? I know they didn't anyway. But are you of that mindset? Do you think about it at all as to whether or not the New York Knicks would have captured a championship in the Jordan era?
Steve, it's hard for me to answer hypothetical stuff because you can't change it. Michael Jordan was born when he was born. which happens to be Brooklyn, New York, and that's it. What if somebody missed a shot, the ball didn't go to Buckner's leg, Scott Norwood had missed the field goal. I mean, the
If Pat
Tyree
Riley had
helmet
put in
catch, you
Rolando
go
Blackman.
on and on about what if.
Hey, Spike, while you're on the subject, born in Brooklyn, New York, I get in this argument sometimes in sport. Oh, who is New York produced? And when Dr. J and Kareem is not enough, I say, MJ lived in Brooklyn until he was 10 years old. That's got to count for something. Does Brooklyn get to claim MJ at all? Does 10 years old count or no?
What's the question? What's the question?
Does it count? Does Brooklyn get to lay any claim?
Yes, he was born in Fort Greene, Brooklyn, where I am right now. Cumberland Hospital, the same hospital where Mike Tyson was born, Bernard King, Albert King, Dana Dane, Little Anthony, Atlanta Anthony and Imperial.
Dana Dane?
Brooklyn. Yes. Fort
A
Greene,
lot of
Brooklyn.
legends coming out of
Fort
Fort
Greene.
Greene.
My real name is Dana.
Dana Dane was fly now.
Well, that's early 80s.
Facts.
Dana
Brooklyn,
Dane.
baby.
Delancey
Brooklyn.
Street.
Walked into the office. Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN Plus.